Hello everyone, it's Kari, and today I have a little different video for you today because I was so inspired by this sentiment. It says sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. So I got out all my distress oxides and all the rainbow colors here and my cube builder stencil, and I thought this would make the perfect encouragement card. So I'm making a video just to show you how I made it because I wanted it to be a rainbow cube stack kind of card idea. And I did have a request on how I use this cube builder stencil. This is one of my favorites. I have used it quite a few times recently, so I hope that you are not tired of seeing this stencil. But I'm starting out with the purple here. This is the Wilted Violet, and I'm putting on just a light amount of that purple because I'm going to turn the stencil here so that it's just the opposite way, and now I'll add a little bit darker. Excuse my voice a little today. I have a bit of a cold. When the seasons change here in Arizona, it likes to change back and forth from hot to cold, back to hot again, and then cold again, and sometimes it really gets you. So I have here the top portion of these cubes. I just turned it on its side, and I'm going to use that blue, but I'm not going to completely clean off the purple because I want it to be kind of like a bluish purple so that it is a gradient to the next color, if that makes sense. I have a piece of paper here where I dab off some of the ink so that I don't get too much, and see that? It's kind of a purpley blue. Isn't that fun? Now for the next layer, I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing, but I will alternate all the colors. This time I'm going to do some blues and greens. So here we go with the blues, and it's just that simple. So this is how you just build up this stencil. You can use all different colors. You can use one color. It's really fun to imagine what you could do with this. You don't have to block off the different layers here like I'm doing. You can do one whole thing of cubes, one panel of cubes in the same color, and that's also fun, but you know, rainbow, right? I am starting now with the green here. Again, I'm not going to clean off my brush too much. I just want a little bit of green and blue to come together for this one. I think this encouragement card is so sweet and kind of perfect for someone who's having a rough challenge in their life. Now, at the top, I wanted to have some of the cubes falling down. So I am inking up just a portion. I'm blocking off just one of the cube sections, and here I'm using a smaller brush with a really light touch. So this will be a really light yellow, and then I'm going to move it over. See, there's the yellow. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but I'm going to move it over. I will use the same yellow and then darken it up with a little of the dried marigold. And that'll give it a little bit of shadowing and interest. Just going to finish off this cube here, and we'll use some of the oranges and pinks for the top of this one. Oh, I guess I'm going in with pink now. Still has a little bit of that orange color on it, but this will finish off our cubes. And then as I was looking at it and putting the stamp on there, I thought, you know what, it needs one more falling cube. So I got smart and I kept the tape on the stencil and just moved it over in the same position as the one before. So this made it really easy to complete that. Now I'm going to line it up with that one and put it over here. We'll use a little darker pink on this one. And I had to, for the very last part, bring in an even darker color. So I added abandoned coral to finish up the top. So there is our falling cubes, and now I will just stamp on that sentiment. I did get a few ink smudges from the stencil onto my background, but that sand eraser really works wonders. So that's what I use there, And I'll take my Misty and stamp that on nice and dark with some VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And then I also heat set that with some clear embossing powder so that it wouldn't smear. To finish off this card, I am just going to cut down the panel so that there is a bit of a frame around it. I'm going to use these A2 rectangle dies from Waffle Flower. I really like them because they come with the magnet behind it, so it keeps all these in place. So I'm not going to use the largest one because that's the same size as my panel. I'm going to use the one just a touch smaller, and that will cut it down to be perfectly straight, a perfect rectangle. And then I'll put that onto my card base. So there it is, all cut down. This way you don't have any strange edges. I'm going to use these blank note cards from scrapbook.com. They're already scored. I'm going to use the vertical one here. So I'll use that as my card base, and we'll just fold that. It's already scored, which makes it so nice and so easy. And then I'll put that right on top. I did cut an extra piece of foam. This is the craft foam, using one of those rectangle dies so that I could pop that up off the base. And then to attach it, I'm just using my favorite liquid adhesive. This is my favorite right now. It's the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive, and it will keep this together nicely, including the foam to the card base. So there you have it. There is our cube card. I love how it turned out, but I do think it needs a little bit of something, so I added just a couple of sequins. These are the ones that don't have a hole in the middle, so they're solid. And I'll just use the same liquid adhesive to add those to the card, and that's it. This was a fun rainbow card to put together. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and I hope I see you again next time by subscribing to my channel. I will be back really soon with some more inspiration. Here's a few more videos you might be interested in. Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you next time, and remember this beautiful sentiment. I hope your day is going great. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.